my top 10 essentials if you're visiting the theme parks with kids. You're going to the theme parks with kids? All right, great. I'm gonna help you. This is gonna be like a tactical mission, and you don't want to fail. You can't fail. You gotta do everything just right. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? What do you mean? You don't need to do all this stuff. You don't need to do all that stuff. Now, while it is a challenge to travel with kids, you don't have to treat it like a tactical mission. You just have to be a little organized. Number one is a dedicated park bag. Now, if you've seen my other videos, I've shown this one. I have several, but what you need is a bag that works for you. Just pay attention to those straps, because if you don't have a comfortable strap on it, you're gonna regret it. Now, if you have a stroller, you can throw it on there. Doesn't even matter. In that dedicated park bag, you want everything that you're gonna need for your day in that bag, and it needs to live in that bag. When you come back from the parks at night, you're gonna restock that bag. You're gonna have it ready to go. So in the morning, when the kids are running around and they're all crazy, you're not gonna forget the sunscreen, and you're not gonna forget the charger and all those things. If you have little kids and you haven't been to a lot of public toilets and newer restrooms, you're gonna wanna get little Post-its. And you can use the little ones. They don't have to be the full normal size Post-its. They can be the little ones, like, you know, about like that big. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna put that Post-it over the auto flush signal. You know how it's like a laser beam, because it can be really scary to kids to hear that, because if they shift a little bit when they're trying to do their thing, and that very, very loud, very forceful flush happens, it could be a problem. The third thing you're gonna wanna bring with you when you're going to the theme parks with kids is all the Ziplocs. Ziplocs are so useful for so many things. You can use them to keep things dry. You can use them to keep things clean. You can use them to keep things away from other things. You can use them to store ice cubes and washcloths and cell phones if you're going on, say, a flume ride or somewhere where there may be some spray. All the things, snacks that are uneaten. If you buy something and you pay $7 for that pretzel and it's only half eaten, put it in the bag. It's gonna last. It'll be just fine in a little while. You have nowhere to put it. Guess where it's going? In the trash can. To go along with the Ziplocs, I also recommend wet bags. They are also amazing, but you probably don't wanna put your pretzel in this. One of the things when we're traveling with little kids, especially when it's some of their first trips, is safety. One of the ways we can keep our kids safe is to make sure that there is a way to get them back to us if they lose us. One of the things that we can do that will offer you peace of mind in case you ever do get separated is kid tattoos or stickers. I've seen so many versions of these online on Amazon and other places. You can find whatever you're looking for wherever you want to stick it. They have kid tattoo kinds that you put on just like you do the temporary tattoos. Put it on, put a little bit of water on it, leave it for a second, pull it off. Once it's dry, you can write your phone number on it, and then if you ever get separated, boom, your child can show this to a cast member or a team member at one of the parks, and they will get back to you lickety-split. And it comes off with a little bit of soap and water. They don't easily rub off, but they will come off when you want to take them off. An alternative to the kid tattoos would be the stickers. Same idea, you put your cell phone number on it, and then what you do is peel the backing off, put it on the inside of their shirt, underneath the cuff of their shorts, somewhere where they know it is, but it's obviously not sticking out for everyone else to see, and boom. This is one that I've talked about before, but it can make a really big difference, and that is a stroller cover. You want a cover for that stroller. This is a no-hack zone. You want an actual stroller cover, and I promise you they're not that expensive. You can get a universal stroller cover on Amazon, and it's not gonna blow off. It's gonna be reusable. It's nice because it has a little bit of structure. You can actually wipe the rain off once it's done. That way it's not wet inside your bag. Throw it in that wet bag. You got the wet bag. It's perfect for that. And you're good to go. You want to be able to protect the stroller from the wind as well as the rain. And if you go and try to hack this, it's not going to work. It's going to be a bust. And then your kid's going to have a wet butt. They're going to be cranky. It's going to be your fault. Don't screw it up. Next on our list is sun safety supplies. Now this seems like a no-brainer, but you've got to understand that even if you're used to putting sunblock on your kids, and I'm sure you are because you're good parents and grandparents, we are closer to the equator. So even in the months that it's not as warm, you are still more at risk of getting burned quickly. I am filming this in the beginning of May, and the average time for a burn is about 12 minutes. Because of the humidity and the extra heat that you may not be used to, you want to get a sunblock that is not going to run into your kids' eyes, because that is just a recipe for disaster. So whatever sunblock you use at home, just make sure you take a little look at it first and see, is that going to work down here? And that is definitely going in the dedicated park bag, because you're going to need to reapply it pretty frequently. Along with that, you might want to consider visors. I always wear a visor in the park. Visors are great. Not only do they protect your face, but they also cut down on the glare, and it just makes it easier to see. And come on, ladies, we don't want to get all those lines, right? You know what I'm talking about. Sunglasses, of course, if you can get the kids to wear them, some will, some won't. But if they have a visor, it's still going to be a little more protection for their eyes. And if you have really little ones, I recommend muslin to put over the stroller and the car seat stroller part if they're that little, because it's breathable, but yet it will deflect a little bit, protect them. They'll be able to get the breeze, but not the rays. One thing that is often overlooked to bring into the parks is entertainment for your children. You think, well, the park,
it is the entertainment.
well, yeah, you're not wrong. However, in that park, there's often times where you're kind of maybe waiting in a line, or you're, sitting down and trying to relax for a few minutes, and there's maybe nothing going on at that moment. You bring some stuff for your kids to do. It helps them kind of focus down a little bit, helps them rejuvenate, and it keeps them busy, which keeps everybody happier. You want bubbles, you want glow sticks, you want spinners, you want stickers. Everybody loves stickers. And if you bring your own spinners with you, you're gonna save yourself a lot of grief, because I have not seen a child that doesn't beg and plead to get one in the park, and you could get 4 on Amazon for the price of 1 in the park. She may be onto something here. All right, the next group we're gonna call temperature regulation. While it may be hot outside, it can be chilly inside restrooms and restaurants and stores and hotels and all the indoor spaces. Because of that, you're getting a big temperature shift, and that can be hard on little bodies. It can be hard on big bodies too. The recommendation is to bring layers. In the morning, you might want to start out with a light jacket or maybe some little leggings for the kids that they can peel off and put on little biker shorts, because that's super cute and it doesn't take up much room in your bag. And for when the temperature kicks up and you're stuck outside, you maybe want to bring battery operated fans or the cooling towels. You get them wet, you snap them and put them on the back of your neck. You can wrap them on your head, you can put them on your shoulders. Those are really handy and they're reusable, and my family loves them. I'm gonna get my purse. You're gonna wanna bring some non-melting, not crushable snacks in your park bag, so that when hunger hits, you've got something to beat that beast back down with. It's one thing when you choose to buy a particular treat or you're going to have a meal somewhere in one of the parks. It's another thing when you're spending that $7 on a pretzel that nobody really wants, but they're starving, and that's what's right there then. Bring some snacks, spend your money on the stuff that you really want. Along the same lines, a great thing to bring into the parks is insulated cups. Insulated non-spill cups for the kids and the adults. Pack them up with ice before you leave. Anywhere you go in any of the parks where they have the drink machines, they will give you ice and they will give you water for free. You can fill that up all day long. Maybe bring the little Propel or electrolyte packs, the flavor packs, because, say it with me now, you need to hydrate like it's your job. And if you follow these simple tips, you won't have to deal with her. I'm going with you. It's gonna make your trip with your kids so much easier, which means it's gonna be so much more fun, which means you're gonna go home with better memories and a lot less stress. Thank you so much for those of you who have stayed till the end. I have a question for you today. So, as you know, I live in the Orlando area. So we go to Disney Springs pretty frequently. And I've noticed it before, but when you start seeing certain things over and over again, you start to go, what the heck is the big deal with the Lego store? Now, I know Legos are cool. I have played with Legos in my youth. I don't really play with them now. I know that, they're awesome if you have the time, and they're just cool, intricate, and I know they're really super expensive, but there is always a line around the building at the Lego store. I can't figure this out because it's just Legos, right? It's obviously going to be mostly Disney related. It's going to be the Star Wars stuff and all the princesses and that giant castle that's like $53,000. But why would people on vacation take time out of their day to stand in line for a while, because that line is long, to buy Legos when, Amazon, Shop Disney, online stores, Walmart, Target? Why? What is the draw of the Lego Disney store? These are the things I think about. If you have any ideas, please let me know down below, because I can't imagine doing that. If you're looking for some help to plan your next vacation or a cruise, check out the information below.